This is Nevin. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to create a split testing page. So basically what a split testing page is, for those of you who don't know, it's like you take the same exact page and you make a copy of it, and then you change one thing, drive your traffic to it, and then collect data. So maybe the one thing I would want to change is maybe the background or maybe the color. But it's important when you're split testing that you only change one thing, because then what you do is when you go in and actually run your Google ad or your Facebook ad, you run the exact same ad to the exact same page, but you split that traffic up 50-50. So 50% of it would go to one page, 50% of it would go to the other page. You let it run for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then you capture that data. But it's important that you give it enough time to collect real, actual data. You know, I mean, if you let it run for a few days, you might see one has a big advantage over the other, but the sample size is too small for it to be really useful, definitive data and information. So basically, if you want to just do a split test, you just come over to the page and you would duplicate it, and we'll rename it here in a minute. But then I'll just drag it up to be with the other one. Right. So now they're back to back. And I hide it in navigation so it's not up here. I want it to be, people can only get to this page if they click on one specific advertisement. Maybe what I want to test is that picture, instead of being handshaking, and this may seem arbitrary, it may not seem very useful, valuable, or it may not seem important, but it's one of those things, like, it's split testing. It's about collecting data. What color schemes work best? What numbers, or not numbers, but what copy works best? What images work best on your page? And if you're at a position where you're on a very low budget, like you're spending less than $1,000 a month on advertising between Facebook and Google, then it's probably not going to be important for you. But once you start, growing in you start spending more and more on advertising, and you're smart about the way you do things, you want to maximize your return on your investment, minimize your expenses, then it starts becoming important. Then it starts becoming useful to do your split testing. But like I said, if you're spending less than $1,000 a month on your ads, then it really doesn't matter. I would still do it, but your results probably aren't going to vary too much. I mean, you might get maybe $5 for cheaper cost per lead, which is still very useful, right? So we could just try, the image is a little blurry, right? If I were targeting specifically Lemoyne, and that's another thing, guys, when you're targeting with your ads, some people think, I'm going to target broad. I want to target an audience with, 1 million people or 500,000 people. And that's fine, you can do that. But the more specific you go with your targeting, the better your results will be. So you could make an ad targeting, for me, I could target just Lemoyne, which is a very small city or a very small town. I could target just Camp Hill, just Mechanicsburg, and I would have separate campaigns targeting those specific places so that my ads stand out more. And then they would go to these specific pages as well. Instead of going to my homepage, they would go to the specific city page representing that city. So this one happens to be Lemoyne. I could do the same thing for Camp Hill, drive traffic to it, and test which one works better. And then again, I come here, same exact page, different picture, and it would be a split test. So that's how you do it. Very, very easy. When you're inside of the Google Ads, obviously you're going to have to use your brain a little bit. Force yourself to think. There is a way at the bottom where it allows you to split test. So whenever you run a Google ad, you can run traffic to 2 separate domains, and that allows you to see which one converts better. So at the end of the day, you collect better data and you can make better decisions with your money. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.